Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I am the CHALL, and today Chall Chats Doncaster Rovers as we win 1-0 against AFC Wimbledon. 5 unbeaten in a row. Great great run that we're on at the moment. Probably our best run of form this season. In fact, it is our best run of the form this season. I think that we did well overall. I thought we controlled it pretty well. I thought Wimbledon came back into it towards the end a little bit, but yeah, there were some threatening moments from Wimbledon at times, but there was also some weird moments from Wimbledon on their side of it as well. But we'll talk about it all in this video. Make sure you do like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell to next YouTube video. And for now, let's get straight into this one. So Doncaster Rovers 1, AFC Wimbledon 0. Very good performance overall, a controlled performance. Would have liked to have killed it 2 or 3-0, yes, but obviously we can't control and kill every single game. So we just had to stay strong defensively, control the tempo of the game in the second half, and just see it through when we couldn't find that other goal. Molyneux knew he missed a sitter. You could tell by the tweet after the game, after asking for a new right leg and the right foot, that he missed a sitter and he knew that. So yeah, obviously it was a shame. I thought Biggins had probably his best game this season, in my opinion. I thought it looked fantastic in the attacking midfield role in the 4-2-3-1. And you know what? And I'll be honest with you straight away, and I think I probably speak for some of the fan base here. I think if we saw more of that from Harrison Biggins this season, I think more people will want him to sign a new contract. That's just my opinion personally. I think that more of the fans would want him to sign a new contract if we saw more of that this season. I think it's literally with Harrison Biggins and with a few others, it's about consistency. That's literally all it is now. It's about consistency. And it's obviously it's hard for any team to get consistency in a league where it's very tight. It could go either way. Anyone can beat anyone on any day. Form book doesn't always matter. So it could be anything. It could literally be a league where anything happens, and it's hard to get some consistency in that. But teams do find to do that, and that's why they're up there. So hopefully now, players that are wanting new deals or players that are wanting to work towards a new contract elsewhere in the summer will just keep performing now, and then we can either sign them up or replace them with just as good, if not better, players in the summer. But yeah, Biggins did well. I thought Molyneux was good as well. I felt like Matthew Craig and Akib ADELAKUN was just perfect again. Matthew Craig's come on leaps and bounds. Tottenham, I pray of you, let us sign him on a new loan deal next season. If you want to give him permanently, we'd be all up for that. But yeah, in all seriousness, I think he was fantastic. Again, I thought he drove that midfield well. I thought his intelligence for under 21s lad was off the charts again. I thought ADELAKUN's confidence in the first half was spot on, getting that goal. Legs started to run out a bit at the start of the second half. That's why he came off for Hurst. I thought Hurst did well off the bench as well, by the way. I thought Billy Waters did well off the bench as well. I thought he came on and got involved quite a bit. So again, for me, I think that there's real potential there with Billy still. I think he's just waiting for that moment to strike. And deliver the final blow in terms of getting his first goal. So yeah, obviously a couple of injuries at the end of that game. Obviously nothing too serious, thank God. ADELAKUN dead leg, so should be all right for the next game, hopefully. A cut on the ear for Jamie Sterry after a shocking challenge. Shocking foul. But hopefully should be patched up and all right. I think Maxwell got injured a little bit, but hopefully nothing too serious with that one. I don't think it was, so that's good news. I thought Lototala in goal again was fantastic. I thought you know what? Again, I'm going to shout them out. Richard Wood and Tom Anderson at the back were fantastic. They were brilliant again. I thought the whole back four was brilliant. I thought Sterry was good marking his man. I thought he battled quite well on the channels at times again with Wimbledon. I felt like we kept Josh Kelly very quiet. From a Wimbledon perspective, I don't quite know what was happening with 10 minutes to go because we're still 1-0 up. There's still the threat of them getting an equaliser if they play their cards correctly and deliver the right service to Josh Kelly. And then you take Josh Kelly off and you bring on a left back with 10 minutes to go and you kind of sit back a bit more, which I don't think the Wimbledon fans liked at all. You could tell that. I could hear them chanting, "We're effing SHITE." And saying this is embarrassing with 10 minutes to go and chanting this is embarrassing with 10 minutes to go. So Wimbledon fans were not happy. And to be fair, they were well within their rights not to be happy. They had the chance to deliver some kind of threat at times. And, Lothar was forced into a few good saves. But they just didn't pounce on that and didn't build on that. And, the goal itself in the first, 3 minutes was fantastic from ADELAKUN. Great ball through to ADELAKUN. He just turns and he turns out sort of around and over the ball and delivers that confident finish. And the thing is, right, he didn't take an extra touch. And this is the difference between someone who's extremely confident in that division and someone who needs confidence in that division. ADELAKUN doesn't need any more confidence than he has now. And ADELAKUN had the confidence to not even take an extra touch, not even barely look before shooting. He knew when to shoot and he did it at the perfect time. Rovers, for me, are just in a great run of form right now. We've got Walsall away on Saturday. I'm not there. I'm in Blackpool with my girlfriend, so I won't be there, unfortunately, next week. But I will review the game on the Sunday, fingers crossed, and watch it back on the iFollow afterwards. But overall, 5 unbeaten. I think it's a great run of form to take into the rest of the season. I think we are... I can't remember now. I think we must be 12, 13 points off the playoffs positions at the moment. We are 12, 13 over the relegation zone. So we're kind of similar. I think we're basically like a mid-table team, which is probably where we're probably going to finish this season. But if we can find this momentum for the rest of the season, it'd be great, a great amount of momentum to take into next season. And, we know we're not going to replace every single player that people want out in one window. It's going to be a progression and a kind of gradual process over the next 3, 4, 5. I was speaking to someone from Rovers at the Sal for Radio Sheffield last night, on the Friday night, sorry. Shout out to everyone who was there. It was a fantastic night. I love being on the radio. So I was speaking to someone from Rovers and we were sort of, kind of agreeing with each other that it's probably going to take more than just 2 or 3 transfer windows to get what McCann needs. It's going to take 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to take quite a few. And, I said it on Radio Sheffield on Friday night. We're being rewarded with the loyalty we've shown our manager. And I know a lot of people on the outside are saying, you've got to start looking at the manager. I'm not going to shy away from it. There's been at least 2, 3, 4 games this season where I've said the manager got it tactically wrong. Notts County away was one of them, for an example. So, I've called out the manager's tactical setup 2, 3, 4 times this season. So, I've done it. I've said when the manager needs blame, but at the end of the day, at the same time, when you step over that white line, as players, you take responsibility. And the players, like we said, performance levels compared to last season. This is the weird thing with Doncaster Rovers. We're in 20th is obviously not a great position, but if we win that game in hand against, I can't remember, I think it might be Walsall actually, the game in hand at home. If we win that game in hand, we're 1 place above where we finished last season. That extra win takes us above where we finished last season. So keep this run going for as long as we can, and we'll see where we finish. If we finish 18th or above, considering where we were 3 weeks ago, I'd take that 100%. I know people want a late playoff push and stuff like that, but I'm just happy just winning as many games we can for the remaining games of the season, which I think is 13 left of the campaign now. Win as many of those to the end of the season now and see where we finish. If we don't finish near the playoffs, it's all right. I wasn't expecting a late playoff charge anyway. I'm expecting a mid-table finish this season and then build on that next season. So for me, I think that, just take this run as far as we can go and finish where we finish. We're not going down this year. I know for a fact now we're not going down. I did have my worries a few weeks ago, obviously. We're not going to eliminate that threat, but we're not in any danger now. We're going to be staying in the league this season. We're going to have Chesterfield come here. We're going to have Fleetwood come here. We're going to have the likes of Carlisle probably come here. Port Vale might come here, depending on how Darren Moore's situation turns out. That'll be interesting. If Charlton go down, League Two could be a very interesting league next season. Charlton, who, the last, before McCann came back, the last game McCann managed was that playoff semi-final second leg at the Valley. So it'd be written in the stars if Charlton go down to our division next season. And Darren Moore's Port Vale, if they go down this year. Written in the stars. Could be very much written in the stars next season, depending what happens with that relegation picture in League One. But yeah, overall, like I said, good performance. Controlled it in the second half. And we had to weather the storm a few times, but Wimbledon didn't offer a lot of major threat, if I'm being brutally honest. But good luck to them for the rest of the season, because there are some good players in there. Omar Bugil, Josh Kelly's a good talent if they can get them firing and get the confidence building in him week in, week out. Alex Bass did well in goal, in his distribution, his commanding sometimes as well. Yeah, for me, I think Wimbledon should be all right next season if they just back the manager as much as they can. They're going to have the money from, they're going to have the rest of the money from the Ali Al-Mahdi transfer to Ipswich from January. So we'll see what happens there. But massive shout out to the Wimbledon fans as well. They were lovely to speak to before the game, including two elderly chaps who were amazing to speak to. If you know who you are. If you are watching this, you know who you are. Thank you for letting me speak to you in the morning before the game. And yeah, good luck for the rest of the season, AFC Wimbledon. And good luck to Johnny Jackson, who I had the pleasure of speaking to before the match as well. He delivered me some fantastic advice about coaching. So shout out to you, Johnny Jackson, and thank you very much for giving me some advice. Thank you very much, guys, for watching this video. Make sure you do like, comment, subscribe. We'll be back on Sunday for the Walsall review. And for now, I'm the CHALL. Ta-ra for now.